got a very strong arm and a lot of receivers to throw to.
Rodgers to pass, looking to the far side. Throws complete to O.J. Clark. Makes a man miss, and Clark down to the 15-yard line. They've converted 51% of their third downs on 3rd down and 1. Rodgers runs it down 10 from the 13.5. Rodgers across the middle, and it's broken up at the goal line. They were looking.
A lot of turnovers. Little seam route, tried to find it tight end over the top. That being Rose. They like to throw to him out of the backfield.
Rodgers, plenty of time, fires again and throws. Heavy rush comes off the edge. Rodgers scrambles to get away with it, throws on the run. Ball tipped up into the air, broken up.
Go.
1st down and long now. Rodgers back to throw, and it is going to be caught by Lottie from the 10-yard line. They can pick up a 1st down at the 6. Rodgers, heavy rush, has to step up, now running. Going to pick up the 1st down at this
season, so they've had a lot of success scoring.
Play action, They throw complete to the tight end and a touchdown.
Right there. It freezes the linebackers, and you sneak the tight end out on the backside. Excellent.
They fumbled the ball. They've now missed a field goal attempt.
Well, the second quarter has been the best quarter for New Mexico State. I'd be very concerned if they get on the roll. That's a low pass to a good receiver, but they pick up about 2 or 3 yards. And again, just count the number of times, and you're going to see it a lot with Rodgers. He's going to throw the football. He's not getting touched right now. The offensive line doing a good job for New Mexico State.
That was O.J. Clark with the catch. Picked up a yard on that play, 2nd down and long. Rodgers, heavy rush. Got a piece of him, and he gets out of it. Throws on the run, and coming back is Jaleel Scott. He can't make
for the Aggies.
Rodgers is number 3 in the nation in completions per game with 31. This is 3rd down and long. Rodgers firing over this way. It is caught for a 1st down.
And one of the many wide receivers for this New Mexico State team, Jonathan Boone, 9 catches on the season.
Watch Towns coming off the right edge on the blitz from the linebacker spot. They force Rodgers up. He throws, and it's going to be coming in.
You love it when you keep your numbers, don't you?
Rodgers, pressure off the edge, steps up to avoid Stringer, throws to Dan again. And Drew Dan picks 1st and 10 from the 28. Rodgers, quick throw to the sideline, is picked off by Hayes. Tay Hayes has to beat Rodgers, beats Rodgers. Huntley had a shot at him. Now there's a flag down, and Hayes finally brought the of the season.
This ball just gets away. It overthrows the intended receiver, and Tay Hayes in the right spot gets it. There's going to be a couple of flags down. I think they may both be on New Mexico State. Where it just compliments. That one just gets away from it a little bit. Intended receivers got to kind of make a better play on the football, but that's all Tay Hayes.
Great instincts by Tay Hayes on that play as well, and the penalty is going to be against Apt. Will be play number 20 from the 35. Rodgers steps up to avoid the pressure. They got a piece of him. He's still in trouble. Throws off that back foot. It's going to be caught out of bounds at the 5-yard line. They fake the handoff to Rose. Rodgers hit as he throws, and it's going to be caught at the 48 and then dropped.
Bring pressure or do you drop back?
We'll see. They're 3 of 4 on their 3rd so far today. Rodgers steps up and fires, and off the hands this time, and then a flag is
out on Lamb. On A.J. Howard. They're going to say he hit a defense.
That play is under further review.
Yeah. O.J. Howard area, and I think A.J. Howard was probably heading to the locker room here in a moment.
Yep, I think so as well.
And the field of targeting is confirmed. Number 10 is disqualified for the remainder of the contest. 15-yard penalty. First down.
A sophomore with only 4 tackles on the season replaces Howard.
And the other 2.
A long throw.
A freshman, Shamar John Charles, a redshirt freshman. So the depth order, haven't we? Let's take a look at this.
No doubt about it. Second consecutive play that's gone under review, and yeah, I think there's a strong argument that he might have been out of bounds because his feet leave the ground. Yeah.
Watch the knee.
I think he's out of bounds, actually. I think this is going to go in App's favor. Yeah. because I think he leaves the ground to make the catch, and when his body makes...
So you've got players out of the game, reviews going against you. You've got to make your own breaks now for your Appalachian.
Rogers fires. That's going to be a first down catch and more for Hogan. And Hogan finally out of...
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 10.
What are you doing? Well, I thought he said, well, that's what you get for
That's
thinking.
what you get. Nobody asks you to think. We're not paying you to think, but there's a block right there, a little hold. The wide receivers do a really good job running around. Nameplate, don't hit it.
Right. 2nd down and 8 now. They set up a screen here for Rose. He tries to cut back against the grain and does. And finally get 3rd down and short for the Aggies. Rogers keeps it. Not going to get there. Going to be stopped by T. Sims. And it's going to be 4th and back at their 35-yard line. Rogers, time, throws, picked again! Ducked this time!
And route up the sideline, and this is right in Ducks Avenue. 5 interceptions last year. Last season comes up with a big stop. And I don't think Rogers ever saw him. His eyes were on Rose. Come what we're doing. Good things are happening for New Mexico State.
Rogers going to throw to Rose, who ran behind him. Rose has a man to beat and can't do it. As String last week at Arkansas with a couple of touchdowns and 1 pick. Going to step up in the pocket, throw across his body. First down catch for Dan at the 37-yard line. Who
Then returned and was the first to touch a pass. Illegal touching. Offense, number 9. Penalties lost it down at the previous spot. 3rd down.
That's the
Drop 8 in this.
3rd and 9. Rogers throws. It's intercepted again. Tay Hayes with his 2nd pick. That 2nd down and 6. Rogers back to the air, fires to the sideline. That's going to be this game. They have not been able to get him the ball. The top receiver in the conference. Rogers scrambling, going to try to get to the sticks, and he slides at the 37.
Pitch in the first game of the season against Arizona State and a big game last week, but so far batting 0.
Rogers up top and incomplete, looking for Campus.
A lot of pasta, right? Blitz.
Rogers heavy rush, and Duck got him. That'll be a
Up Duck, a full head of steam. Nothing Rogers can do. Quack, quack, sack. Okay, I'm not going to, take the hit on that.
heavy rush. Rogers dumps it off to Rose, who could not hold man-to-man coverage. They've kind of changed the way they play defense this year, and it's shown. Thrown complete at the 37-yard line. That's a first.
So you got to wonder if fatigue is going to settle in right now on these guys.
Rogers avoids the rush, and then he's going to go down. The ball pops out afterwards, but they're going to play action, heavy rush. Rogers just has to get rid of it. Let's see if they throw a flag on that, and they do. Faster than Rose. He is really quick. Rogers going to fire this way. That's going to be complete, and then the ball is out.
Tight windows here.
3rd down and 6. Rogers fires. It's caught underneath, and ball out at the 1-yard line. And
underneath route, a little shallow cross. Boone, and watch the hit there. Ball clearly comes. Look for some crossing routes and may try a little pick route.
Or a run by Rogers, and he will get into the end zone for the one of the season for Rogers.
He spread the field, so you know you've got man coverage across the board with your wide receivers. Your offensive line have got to win their battle, and then you got to get the ball across the yard. And
They're down a field goal. That's Clark in motion behind the line, and Rogers going to throw. Heavy rush is coming. They got to him, and the ball is out. And
Rogers held on it for long enough. 3rd down.
3rd down, Aggies have to protect the football. They run a screen to Clark, and Clark gets dropped right away at the. Aggies at 2-3 on the season. Victories over New Mexico and UTEP. That's their 2 big rivals. Pass is complete. Wide open for Boone. Lots of running room for Jonathan Boone. And all the way down to air per game. They're at 177 so far today.
And the reason why you've got an abundance of wide receivers.
Offense, number 1. 10 yards. That still results in a first down.
You see it right there. See Hundley?
But that's a killer more than Appalachian State, but not as many yards.
They had 11 against UTEP, won the game, had 10 against New Mexico, won the game.
Hogan with the catch, and he's
game, but other guys are stepping up and making plays. That was Boone. There's a crossing route. Great catch and spin.
Aggies 5 of 10 on their 3rd downs today, and it's broken down.
Clifton Duck, quack, quack, making plays again. 5 interceptions.
Rodgers guns it wide open at the 25-yard line. That's O.J. Clark.
Finding ways to get receivers down the field, and when you give Rodgers time, bam, he's in the end zone. Deep drop, throws it right in the seam. Huntley with a great catch. Went up and got the football with two hands.
Empty set. On second down, Rodgers scrambling, being chased by Towns, throws on the run, and it's caught.
2 weeks is their wide receivers. They block downfield, and they come back. Look at Dan. Dan, he's giving the quarterback a target. He comes back.
Pocket breaks down, heavy rush. Rodgers steps up and fires. It sails on him out of
that win. So if you're a wide receiver, you want to come play, New Mexico State might be the place for you.
Second down and 11. Rose with the catch. He slipped and that was the third catch for Rose. He also has 12 carries. Rodgers, pocket breaking down. He scrambles the wrong way. He's being chased at the 10-yard line, throwing on the run. It's caught by...
And looking for the big play on the offensive side.
And right now they still have a 4-minute time of possession advantage, and Rodgers can also drop into coverage and defend the wide receivers. It's third down now. Rodgers cranks it across the middle, and Kramer can't...
Open spot. And look at the strength of that arm, and just not able to out there.
67 yards of offense, and now 2 big interceptions. Rodgers on the keeper up to the 41, of sucking the energy out of this building too. Play action. Rodgers across the middle, incomplete. Comes to this side. It's complete to Clark. O.J. Clark slips a tackle. Still on his feet. Clark all the way down to the 25.
All the games. She travels with the team.
Rodgers on the first play of the fourth quarter, long throw to the boundary, and it's caught by Dan out there as he lunged. They have not picked up the first and goal to go to yet. Rodgers back to pass, goes to the end zone, jump ball, and in his 5th year as the head coach, the Aggies just recently got a 3-year contract extension. Rodgers going to run it across the 25, across the 30, and slides down. Have a 10-minute time of possession lead in this game. Off the hands and intercepted.
In control. The ball goes off the receiver's hands. Hunter Comer. And Tay Hayes. Watch this right there. He gets it. Interception. Back in business, Appalachian State. We talked about it earlier. If your offense isn't clicking, your defense has got to step up. The defense has done it. Getting the ball to the receivers and backs in the open flat area, like there.
Rodgers throws a screen to Huntley. Huntley makes a man miss. Across the 50, Huntley down to the 38. Still on his feet. They haven't called him out yet. Cuts across the field. Huntley heads to the end zone and scores. Huntley was tight roping the sideline. I thought he might have stepped out. Instead, it's a huge touchdown, catch and run for Jason Huntley, and the Aggies are back on top.
The flat routes, get your receivers in open space. Now, you be the judge right there. He's coming right at you. Does he step out? No, he does not.
Gosh.
No, he does not.
How did he not step out?
Wow.
61 yards. They rolled the dice. We'll see if it works. Rodgers fires. Intercepted again. My goodness, Clifton Duck's got the pick. Still on his feet. Duck across the 40. And Duck finally...
Look at this. Duck reads it, steps in front of the intended receiver. You got to fight for the ball. John Boone doesn't do...
Incredible.
Watch this again. Quick drop. And you see Boone's fighting for it, but Duck wants it more. Just steps in between the ball.
At the 25. Pass thrown to Huntley. Huntley with room on the edge. Breaks through a couple more tackles. He's across the 50. And finally shoved out.
Pass, a step there. Boom. Find the guy in motion. He's in the flat. And then let speed take over. Watch this. Chase him. Lucky to get it.
When the game started. Rodgers fires. Oh, in and out of the hands of Dan. Huntley's the guy that has stood up and made it happen. Empty backfield on third down. Rodgers, heavy rush. He's in trouble. Gets away from it. Directing traffic downfield as he scrambles. Fires and nearly intercepted. Rogers, heavy rush, steps up to avoid it, dumps it off to Huntley. There's that man again, and he has got another first down. What an incredible second effort by Jason Huntley. Hit and dives forward 3 yards to get the first.
Man, he's going to be tired when this game is over. I'm going to tell you that, because he is really exerting effort. Almost gets the sack there by Sims. Rogers gets away. They'll do it again for him.
So now Rogers and the Aggies throw through the smoke, complete to Hogan. Hogan picking them up and putting them down, and Hogan tracked down at the 40. Rogers, and off the hands. I'd say it's hard not to win when you get 5 picks. Rogers across the middle. It is caught by Kramer. And Kramer at the first down marker, the 43, is in the fourth quarter. Rogers chased, running for his life, trying to throw on the run, lobs it up top, and intercepted again. Get the ball back with an onside kick or something like that. A long way from that happening. Rogers guns it to the far sideline, and that is picked by Clifton Duck.
Okay. Everything I said about the record, forget it. It's back on there.
That's
Clifton
right.
Duck, who had 5 picks.